Now, among the magazines that I bought yesterday was this one. Uh, I chose specifically this bunch because it contained this issue. This is my first ever computer magazine that I bought when I was 13 years old. Uh, it's the 24th issue of Computer για όλους, which means Computer for All. And actually it's the April 1985 issue. So 21 years, no, not 20, 31 years ago. So let's all travel back, take a walk down the memory lane and through the pages of this computer magazine, remember what it was like back then, what the world of computers was like back then. Mind you, this is a business publication. The publishing company of this magazine, CompuPress, which I think they're still around, but they are on the verge of bankruptcy, like almost every publication in technical publication in Greece, due to the strict, to the difficult financial status, the status of the Greek economy nowadays. So CompuPress back then printed this one, Computer για όλους, and Pixel. Pixel was specifically targeted for home users and gaming, and it became my favorite magazine. But nevertheless, this was the first ever magazine that I bought, computer magazine that I bought. So let's browse through the pages of this 31-year-old magazine. And well, it's been 31 years since I flipped through the pages of this one, so many of this stuff will be like new to me as it is for you. This was υπολογιστής, a computer shop. Back then it was a typical arrangement of the shops back then. It's the way it's been photographed, and the fact that there was a kid back then made this look like a dream house. So look at all these machines, the Dragon here, Commodore 64, the Amstrad back then, the joysticks and everything, the software titles. I think this one is a Spectra Video MSX, but they look very tiny in the camera. So then everything seemed so glamorous and like a fairy tale for a kid. Yeah, the Macintosh. The Macintosh was 1 year old back then. It came out in 1984. Macintosh. The only problem that we don't solve is to choose among them. Yeah, tough choice. The Macintosh or the Apple IIe and 2C. Tough choice. Actually, the 2C was the computer that I learned English on in my English school. Back then, in public schools, they didn't have, in elementary education, they didn't have, we didn't have English lessons, so we had to pay to receive English language courses, and Apple IIc was a computer that was in my school, my private English school. Yeah. Casio FP 6000S means business, business system, rather obscure and unknown. Yeah, I remember this one. TDI Pinnacle, the fastest micro in the world. Processor 12 megahertz, 68,000 Motorola. So back then, the fastest micro in the world ran at 12 megahertz. It was a 68,000. I don't remember how fast was the Amiga 68,000. I don't remember. Memory 56 kilobytes. Yeah. Oh, system 2 floppy disks of 800 kilobytes. Hard disk 10 megabytes to 110 megabytes. That was colossal. And I thought, this background in my child eyes, this background, the snow here, the mist, the clouds, the mountains, seemed like, yeah, it gave you an impulsive feeling like that you were using this computer, you were actually on top of the world. And I thought, yeah, this is the computer I'd like to buy, but these sort of machines were just for, organizations, enterprise organizations, banks, etc., not for home use. Sanyo monitors. Do you need a monitor? Yes, we do. Sanyo monitors. Oh, yeah, Sword. A Japanese portable computer with an LCD screen and a journalistic micro cassette tape recorder. Very, very, very beautiful machine. I'd like to have one of these just to have it and look at it. Oh, I wonder what kind of work you could do in such a small LCD monitor. I don't even think that it was backlit. Sword IS-11, yeah, the IBM PC here. Yeah, another obscure business system. Superstar, yeah, Superstar. I remember those dot matrix printers were especially popular for Sinclair machines, Spectrum and QL. I remember Seikosha were another well-known brand of dot matrix machines for printers for the Spectrum. Superstar, yeah. Now I don't think that this company exists. Yeah, Sanyo MBC 550, another business system, very nice system. It reminds me of MSX machines, the Philips, what was the 8250 Philips? Yeah, very nice box. Victor, another Intel 8086 16-bit IBM PC portable compatible. Yeah, Storage Master. Wow, this one I had totally forgotten all about it. It was quite the peripheral for the Speccy. Drive your Spectrum the right way with the new fantastic drive by Opus Discovery 1. Diskettes 3.5-inch parallel port for the printer, interface for joystick, monitor port, and integrated power supply. I would love to get my hands on one of these. I don't know if they're anywhere. They are sold anywhere. Maybe I'll check it later. I'll Google it. Apricot. Another machine that excited my childish imagination. I thought, yeah, this is a great machine for me, but it was just a business machine. Apricot. They made a lot of very good looking machines that I don't think they were exactly PC IBM PC clones. They ran CP/M or other systems, other operating systems. Boxer 12 high resolution monochrome monitor. It was another popular monitor for the Sinclair computers by HunterX. I think it was Japanese company, HunterX. Yeah. Apple computer. Apricot. Amstrad, Sinclair, Commodore 64. Zydex. What kind of companies are Epson, Star, Sanyo, HunterX? Oh, yeah. There's the Apricot system and the business sectors, maritime business, engineers, commercial applications, yes, logistics, accounting, customers and suppliers, logistics and accounting. Not exactly what a home user does. This is a device for pinpointing errors in printed circuits. Yeah. Seiko 9500. Great one in a small package. Another business computer. Yeah, plotters. These were all very a new world for me. Floppy disk cases by Sweden in incredibly low prices. Yeah. Kromenko Unix System V. Yeah. Here we are. This was a center for Micropolis. It was the store that I got, that my parents bought me my first Amstrad PC 1512, and it was the official distributor for Amstrad. It was back then. It was an Amstrad with monitor, with color monitor, and the tape recorder was 90,000 drachmas. It was around 300 euros, but taking into account the inflation, it was twice as that. So it was about 600 euros in today's standards, and with the green monitor it was 65,000 drachma. So I don't know how much is this. 150 euros? No, 400 euros, 450. Yeah. So the Amstrad was 90,000, and Auric Atmos 29,000. So it was half the price of the Amstrad. But the Amstrad had a monitor too. All the systems, Commodore, computers, tape recorders, disk drives, systems, peripherals, printers, monitors. Commodore 64, 45,000 drachmas, so it was considerably cheaper than the Amstrad, but the Amstrad had the advantage of having the monitor bundled. Yeah. Yeah, there it was. The Amstrad and the external There's disk drive, and with every Amstrad we give software over £100 in value. Oh, Amsoft Games. I can't make that what the games are. Yeah, the Mac, the IBM. Those was software for the HiSoft Pascal for ZX Spectrum Amstrad Newbrain. Newbrain. Now that's a name I haven't heard for decades. Newbrain computer. What? I can't remember what computer was that. Pascal is super fast. Yeah. C, programming language for ZX Spectrum. Yeah. HiSoft Font 464. Design and create characters for Amstrad CPC 464. The Swiss enter the ICs. Obviously, it was integrated circuits by Switzerland. Spring Attack from Atari. Yeah, it was the launch of 800 XL in the United States. Toshiba buys Sword, the Sword computer that we saw earlier, the pocket computer. Yeah. Air navigation for Sinclair Spectrum. Could really Sinclair Spectrum play the role of an aerial navigator and control air traffic? Or was that a game? I have no idea. Yeah, lots of text back then. Black and white pages, lots and lots of text, few pictures. Yeah, the application of informatics in law science, in law. Yeah. Here we are. Whew. Yes. We have peripherals for the Spectrum expansion system interface 2 to connect up to 2 joysticks and ROM cartridge for instant loading 48K, beta drive, floppy drives for Spectrum up to 4 by 1 megabyte. The professional solution with very low cost. Yeah. Spectrum 48K. 20,000 Greek people are using the infinite applications of the most renowned computer of the world. Very simple to use. It's the ideal solution for anyone who wants to know the world of microcomputers. It is connected with a common TV set and a common tape recorder. It is produced at a pace of 200,000 units per month. The ideal micro for your first steps in informatics. Monitors, Taxan monitors, yeah, there were very well-known monitors for the Spectrum as well, yeah. Upgrade kit, yeah. Costs 9,000 drachmas, around 20-25 euros. Oh. Upgrade kit to make the Ah yes, it was the keyboard to make the 48K, to make the Spectrum Plus. Yeah, to turn essentially to turn this into this. Yeah, Taxon, the best monitors now in Greece. Ah, dive into the world of computers. Microtech was the distributor of Sinclair systems. Oh yeah. Images from man and technology of the 21st century. So this was the vision of the 21st century back in 1985. Yeah, this was the vision of robotics, of Expo 85 in Japan. It began in 17th of March and will last to until the 16th of September 1985. It is held in Japan, and the participant companies are from all over the world. There you will find high technology systems like robots, telecommunication systems, computers, 3D projection systems, and imaging, etc. Well-known companies: Mitsubishi, Hitachi, IBM, Matsushita. I remember Matsushita drives. Yeah. Very nice. You know, the only color, yeah, because the only color footage, the only color photos of this expo were in the starting page, because back then it was very expensive to print in color. Yeah. Oh, another. It makes your Spectrum a personal computer. Microtech presents Beta Drive for the Spectrum. Yeah. Make your shitty Spectrum a decent machine. Microdrive compatible, another shitty peripheral. Supports up to 4 terminals. Random access of data. This was a big thing, to have random access of data, because cassettes couldn't access the data randomly. So it was a breakthrough, an innovation, random access of data. It uses the keywords of Spectrum, merge facility, backup, disk-to-disk copy, and other facilities. Wow, this was the shit. This was cutting edge for the Spectrum. It was one of the computer clubs of this day. Bora Computer Club. Yeah. 12 rooms, 2 stories, bar, food, music, fireplace. Yeah, there were all these, private clubs, computer clubs. When you went and mingle around with other people, you could play games, you could fool around. Of course, you had to pay a small fee to participate, but it was good. IBM Peanut. I think it was about IBM PC Junior, and yeah, PC Junior by IBM is officially dead. But is the death of PC Junior the first dent in the armor of the big lady? Yeah, Peanut. It was pejoratively called the Peanut, and the Apple, and we have the celebrations of the Apple, the Blue Busters of Apple. Yeah, the Apple employees, who there was a war waging between Apple and IBM. Then they had the, like the Ghostbusters, the Blue Busters, the picture of Charlie Chaplin, who was the mascot of IBM PC. They were cheering because the PC Junior was a commercial flop. Yeah. TI Professional. Yeah, another business system by Texas Instruments this time. Disky of West Germany. Diskettes of cutting edge technology. Yeah. And you can tell it's cutting edge technology because there is a spectrograph. Yeah. And there is a waveform and buttons, so you know it's cutting edge, and a LED counter. It's 10 out of 10. Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah. Hermes 3 integrated packet of accounting in Greek. Now that was exciting for QL. That's why nobody bought a QL. Only accountants. Oh, the extent of excitement of QL reached accountants. From then on, it was bullshit. Yeah, another potpourri of systems. I think the BBC with I don't know what the fuck is this. The Nixdorf Micro 7. It's the system from the cover. I thought, wow, what the fucking keyboard is this? What an awesome keyboard. I want this. I want this. I want the plant too. I want everything. I want the trolley here, this monitor stand. I want the whole thing. But this would probably cost, I don't know, $5,000-$10,000. Yeah. Centronics.matrix keyboards. Yeah. Another system. More business computers. Nice centerfold. You see, the Apricot computers, how beautiful machines. Look at this machine, Apricot Portable. Actually, it was one of the first systems that had a wireless keyboard. It was one of the first portable machines to have and it also had a microphone, so that you could dictate commands to the computer. Yeah, cutting edge stuff. Look at they were beautiful machines, but of course they were business machines, not for the home users. It's a cover story. 10 years of microcomputers. This year we closed 10 years from the release of the first microcomputer, the Altair 8800. Taking into account this event, we make a brief stop to see how it was, how it is, and how it will be tomorrow. The landscape for microcomputers, the affordable miracle of the technological revolution that changes with accelerated that changes rapidly our lives. And it has here their milestones: 1975, the introduction of the Altair, and you know, it's a brief history of the first decade of the personal computer. Yeah. Zydex floppy disks. Yeah. How a diskette cost this man his job. Yeah. Yes, Hermes 3, a Greek commercial application package for the QL. Not so exciting. Oh, here we are. This is the famous, glamour shot of it's like a center for Playboy, Playgirl, you know, photo shoot. Look at those fancy lights behind, you know, the Amstrad 464 and the Canon V20. A very nice first generation MSX machine. Yeah, actually it is a full test. Ooh. Yeah, rather journalistic photo with the machine in question. Under technical specifications, Z80. Oh, there's a processor, image processor TMS 9918. The AY38910 sound chip. Yes, now this Pixel, it is the cover of the other the sister magazine of Computer Yaulus. This was a monthly magazine for home micros. MSX Spectra Video 728. The invasion has begun. Spectra Video is very hard to find nowadays. Yes, Spectra Video 728. It was a rare thing to have a numerical keyboard on an MSX back then. Spectra Video. Yeah, the continuation of the test report for the Canon V20. Yeah, the Easter Grand Prix of Pixel. It was a competition. Win 30 prizes worth of 1 million 1 million drachmas. Sinclair QL, Amstrad 464, Commodore Plus 4 in the background, Commodore 64, the Spectrum, floppies and floppies, more floppies, give me floppies. Yeah. Yeah, and a tape streamer, which is both Apple and IBM PC compatible. Oh, more about this large cover story for the Canon V20, yeah, and the inside of the machine. Yeah. Oh. These are all the vocabulary of the MSX Basic, all the commands of the MSX Basic. Yeah, here it is. Seikosha. These were very well-known printers for suited for every known, very popular system back then. This one is for the Commodore. This one is suitable for Spectrum, Auric, New Brain, Texas Instruments, Lynx. The Lynx, another system I haven't heard for in ages. Lynx. It doesn't have anything to do with Atari Lynx, I assure you. Yeah, dot matrix and thermal printers. Now, thermal printers were quite popular because they were cheap. But, you know, the thermal method of printing made the printout fade after a while. So, yeah. Yeah. Another boring interview. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. We visit the computer in the labs of the University of Athens. Well, look at these machines. The great, tapes, rolling tapes. Wow. The mainframes of the time. Yeah. So, another exciting subject, not data banks in France. Yeah. Boring. Oh yes, here's an exciting diagram. Yeah, showing you the structure of a database. Boring. PP28. So what is this? It's programming EPROMs and EPROMs of 24 or 28 feet. Yeah, it's a programming programs, EPROMs and EPROM chips. Oh. Deck Rainbow, another business system. Barcode. Yeah, very exciting. Yeah. Machine. Yeah, for applications for civil engineers. There's a civil engineer. There's a civil engineer on a Commodore and a drawing board. Yeah. Commodore and the Apple for civil engineering. Heavy stuff. Yeah. Boring. Oh, it's another story for the portable and transportable micros. The computers that follow us everywhere. More text. Show us a little picture. Yeah. Here we are. The Apricot Portable. Epson HX20. Casio FP200. Hewlett-Packard Portable. All these tiny shitty screens. This one, the Epson, had a mini thermal printer as well. I think it's the same width that they give you receipts in retail stores. Yeah. How could people work in these machines? I wonder. That was more decent. Texas Instruments ProLite computer. But look at this thickness, huh? This was cutting edge now. Sword IS-11. Yeah. Tandy TRS-80 Model 100. Transportable micros. Apple IIc. Apple Macintosh. Apricot F1. Compaq Corona Portable. Hewlett-Packard. The Integral PC. And look at this one. Very, very interesting design. You see the printer on top of the computer. The LCD screen, the floppy drive. Very interesting machine. The IBM Portable, the Kaypro 10. Another obscure system. Kaypro 10. I think I've seen this somewhere on YouTube. I think it is in Teza's channel. Yeah. Philips P2000C, another. I think it's CPM. It's 8088. Yeah, Piet Piper. Another well-known computer of the time. Tandy TRS-80, Vicky, Sanyo. Very interesting machines. Yeah. And from now on, it's boring, advertisements, algebra tables, statistics, and computers. And yeah. And you have the listings as well. Grand arithmetic for the PC, and you have more listings that you had to type in. More listings. Oh wow. Manual input of programming code. Oh, how exhausting. Yeah. And I think here, yeah. And some Greek software, test IQ test, Chinese chess, test your intelligence. Yeah. So, this was a glimpse of the computer market in 1985. It wasn't so exciting. It had some, some exciting pieces of news, but yeah, it was my first outlook into the world of computers, and I couldn't tell which is which machine is for home use, which is for the business use. It was very confusing for me, but soon, uh, in a few months' time, I realized that this was the business section. This kind of machines were out of my reach and out of my scope of interest, and this one actually is the range of computers that actually cater to a kid's needs for his entertainment and homework and education as well. So I hope you didn't find it too boring, yeah. And yeah, I hope it was mildly interesting. And so let me know what was your first magazine, first computer magazine. Okay, I would be happy to know what was your first outlook into the world of computers through the pages of a computer magazine.